loading. Hopefully it's loading. There we go, we seem to be coming live on Twitch now. We're going to continue today with our game of World of Mixed Martial Arts 5 as Red Star Combat. Today we'll be running our second event, and we'll just recap quickly on what happened last time. Last time we had Red Star Combat 1, or Red Star Combat number 1, Dawn, and in it Stafford Alloy managed to win the heavyweight tournament, knocking out Frank Analysis in round 4. We managed to make 26,000, I believe, which puts back in the black. So today we're gonna make our next event. I'll start booking it, and I believe it should be middleweight event. And we're also going to do a few more highs to start fleshing out our division. Now I know we can make enough money, and we don't have to worry about anything. We can start to push the boat out a bit. Now I'm going to go with April. So you see a few fighters are going to be back. We check the middleweight though. So we should have enough in middleweight to run a full event. But what I'm also going to try and do, I'm going to try and get a few fighters with names in Russia, so that we can hopefully not lose popularity this time, and we can run a proper show. Now 10,000 per month for marketing. Does it say what bonus it gives it to avoid any penalties? Right, so we've got the money. We're going to go with medium regional marketing. The first time we did it, we didn't have enough to do this, so that's why we ended up in debt. But I believe we've got enough money now to run it. So we're going to go with April, week 4, Saturday, and we're going to book our first events now. I don't think there's anyone in the middleweight division who's going down to middleweight. I don't think we have anyone. No, we don't have anyone in light heavyweight yet. I don't think there's anyone in the middleweight who has any name value in Russia. No. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to have another fight to main event, and hopefully we can get a decent one. Now we're just going to book a tournament for middleweight. Doesn't matter who we put in it or what order we put in it. Those with enough skill advance through. Mike Fuller, Mario D'Souza, and we'll go with Ralph Puce. Tournament name, Red Star Combat, middleweight, invitational. No title belt as of yet, because at this stage no one's going to have a good enough rank or reputation, but that should be good. So we'll add that, so we'll get our first few fights. Now I think we'll break this up with a fight between the final and semi-final. So you have like Rob Baines versus Yoshinobu Tanaka. I don't know how to do this. We knock it up a bit, so he's before the semis. Actually, we'll knock him up so he's before the final, and then also we're going to have our main event being a fight between two people who are known in Russia. So we just go into the roster, or the fighters. We're going to search for people now. Well, that's a brave nickname, Untappable. We're going to search for fighters now who can fight in any of our divisions basically, but that have no unemployed active fighter. Name value in Russia is at least low level regional, and we just need to find 2 of them. higher, yeah. So there you go, high level regional. So he wants 23,000 per fight. World class kickboxer. I think he's the one who got. He's the one who was making the racist remarks last time. If we look in personal, it does tell you somewhere that they're quite toxic. News history. Here you go. Got in trouble for posting racist material. Now, occasionally they can get modifiers that make them toxic, which means basically if you have them in your company, you get negative modifiers to credibility and stuff. This can be quite a pain. So he's mid-level regional in Russia, low-level regional, mid-level regional in Russia. So he could main event. He wants a lot of money though. Low-level regional. Can he go down to super heavyweight? No, he can't. So we've got a flyweight, super heavyweight, a light heavyweight, another light heavyweight, but he wants too much money. We've got a lightweight. So far, got many matches. Bantamweight, middleweight. Can he go up a weight class? He can. So he can fight. He can fight in light heavyweight with Jove Sivak, and that should enable us to have a decent main event. No, we're just going to try and book them both. We're going for 5 fights. Not that down to 150. 5 fights, yeah, that would do. Now who's the other one, was it? Anisim? Low level regional middleweight, and he can fight in the in our light heavyweight division. So I'll get for 2 years, 5 fights, 150 signing fee. He wants a bit more, which I 160. Just trying to shortchange him as much as we can at the moment. And now anyone else? Bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight, light heavyweight. So none of these are really that good. Oh, none of these are capable of carrying our fight. As soon as this, our current stars, so all of these come back, we'll be able to have these main event because they'll be like low level regional. So if we search for now, we're better off just not searching, scrolling down. There's not many of them, is there? What we'll do, we'll look who's the most popular, which at the moment should be Stafford Alloy because he won. So we go down, most of them will be unknown because most of them are our middleweights who have yet to debut. But like that, low level regional, low level regional, low level regional, low level regional. What was Frank Analysis? What did he get up to? Frank Analysis, low level regional. But if we look at Stafford Alloy, he's got mid-level because he managed to win the tournament. So at the moment he's our biggest star. So any fight that he does will result in we getting a big turnout basically because everyone will want to see him now. And the higher up we go, so once you get to like national and stuff, occasionally they refuse to fight people that are lower than national. So it can be quite a pain once you get the big stars, but these things happen. So as soon as these two sign, we'll switch the smaller guys. We'll switch Anisim's weight class up to light heavyweight, and then we can have a light heavyweight bout between the two to mainline our second event. And as soon as we've got this second event fully booked, we're going to move move into hiring more people for our light heavyweight division, so we can have a proper division. And then we might even look at getting a few smaller weight classes in, just because at the moment we have bugger all in terms of people fighting for us. So now we go to matchmaking. Oh no, I'm going to need to change his weight first, aren't I? Go to roster first. Anisim, find Anisim, click on his weight class. We'll change his weight class to light heavyweight. And then what we should be able to do is add that to our main event now. So we'll be going to light heavyweight. When it loads, we have Anisim versus Jose Stepak, and this would be a potential main event. So because they're both low level regional, we don't get as much of a boost as we should do. But you see here now we have a decent amount of fights. We've got all the opening bouts of the tournament, the two semi-finals. Got Rob Baines versus Tanaka, the final of the middleweight, which by then they should have enough popularity. So that means we get a decent middleweight co-main event, and then obviously the main event, which should be alright. So now we've got, is it 2 months? Yeah, 2 months till our next event. We'll check the finances quickly. So we've still got 26,000, so we should be able to book. We should be able to look at hiring more people, and then possibly book our third event, which could feature Stafford Alloy from the first event. So we've only got 2 people in our middleweight crikey, words are all over the place. We've only got 2 people at the moment in our light heavyweight division, so we look at increasing that to feature more. Then we should be able to book more events, because at the moment I'm only focusing on the 3 top divisions: heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight. I was wanting to get some. Get rid of that now. I was wanting to get some super heavyweights, but unfortunately, I think there was only about 4 when I first. There you go. There's only 5 now, and he's quite popular in America. High level wrestler. So we've got the low level regional, but there's not enough here. I mean, there's only 6 of them, so there's not enough to have a proper division really, compared to the other weight classes. And quite a few of these will also fight in the heavyweight division, should we need to. We're going to set it now to light heavyweight, and then look at booking or hiring some, and then we'll skip forward a week, wait till it's signed, and then look at booking the next event. So we've got a Frenchman here, Bernard Leveg. Don't know, he's a high level kickboxer. He's a mid-level regional in Europe, so if we have an event in Europe, he'll be able to headline the card. Got low-level regional in America, low-level regional in the British Isles, the expensive Japanese man, Martin Fincone, low-level regional in America. He's also had a fight at an American small show. Same with this guy. So we'll have to watch that, because obviously in the background the game runs small events, so fighters aren't going unused. We've got enough here to run a tournament if we need to. So what we'll do, we'll just start signing some of these. So I'm going to have to ask Bernard Leveg to come to Russia. Ask him to move closer to Russia. We have warm hearts and vodka. And then we'll negotiate a contract with him. Get him hired. Book him for 3 years. That's a bit long, that. 3 years, 6 fights. I'll try and get him for 250. Maybe 350. There you go. It's not attractive enough. If you go back to 1-4. Maybe he'll change his mind. There you go. He's not happy with the overall package. Increase this to 300. He'll probably sign. Go to 350. So he's content with that, but he's not happy with all the other bonuses. So we just increased him a little bit. Obviously, he's quite a big star compared to our organisation. We'll try and make that. So he's still not happy, but if we change this back to 350, he might accept. So he drives an hard bargain, this Frenchman. Everything at 10%, see if he accepts. There you go. He's going to accept now. This could buy us in the arse down the line. So we have the Scottishman now here, Cliff McMadden. I'm going to have to ask him to come to Russia as well. Talk to. Ask him to move base to Russia. Yep. He's got a small fight in March. So we may have to watch out for that. Obviously, they do their own fights in the background occasionally. So you got to watch it. So this guy might be booked as well now. No, he's not booked. So I'm going to ask him to move closer. We're going to negotiate with him. Try and sign him to a contract. The good news is they're all relatively cheap at the moment. With a few exceptions. From 2 years, 5 fights. Eventually, I think once you're at either high level, regional or national, you're able to sign people to exclusive contracts, which basically means they can't fight for anyone else. Which is not a problem at the moment because obviously we're the only organisation. So we've just got a few more signings to make and then we can start advancing on. We'll try and cheat create this guy a bit. Yeah. And then next we've got Ernie Bruns, the American. We'll ask him to come to us as well, and he'll be the 5th light heavyweight that we're trying to sign today, the 7th overall. Oh, he's already in Russia. That's good to see. So he's obviously moved here because we're the only company open. So if we send these up a bit, 3 years, 5 fights. Seems like a good deal. George Laurent, he's got a fight at British Small Show in March. Next month, so we won't be using him, but we'll sign him anyway. Try and get as many as we can. And if we negotiate with him, his style is Mock Gang Fu. Then I think it said Mock Gar Kung Fu. I haven't a clue what that is. Jasper White, low level regional. So he might actually even increase a bit. We'll sign him as well. I mean, no, actually, we'll leave off. We need him. We'll come back for him. I mean, look at this guy. World caliber judo. He's a world class judoka. So he's really famous. So he's like potentially a crossover. And you see here, he's got world caliber judo, strong wrestling, strong markability. So that means he'll quickly go up in popularity as well. We've got Mark Biffin Cohen here. I think he's also capable of fighting at heavyweight. Yeah, he's capable of fighting at heavyweight, but being a very small heavyweight. We're going to ask him to move to Russia as well. Negotiate with him. I don't think there's any teams yet. I'll have to check that as well. Basically, a team is like a group or basically a gym that you can join. So if you think you have like coaches off the gyms, I can't think of any at the top of my head, but well, these two are both quite expensive, but they both won fights, both for low level regional in Japan. What is he? He's a wrestler. He's a brawler. Ooh, sign him anyway. Sod it. Now at the moment, being a small region, we can only normally sign people from Europe and Asia. Japan and Britain are operated separately. They have their own markets. So anyone in Japan, Britain, and America, South America, etc., Africa, we have to sign separately, or ask them to come to Russia before we can sign them. Whereas anyone in Asia, Europe, or Russia itself, we can just sign straight away. Or we should be able to, in theory. Ask him to move closer to Russia. Sign. It looks like he's got his rising sun pants on. 5 fights. Yeah. I don't know for now. I was trying to save pennies. So we've got quite a few fighters looking to join us here. These are all obviously in the middleweight. Oh no, light heavyweight. Sorry. See if there's any new decent heavyweights. And then after this next event, we might look at increasing our divisions, getting some of the smaller divisions in, getting lightweight in, and then maybe even a few of the bantamweights. So we go for heavyweight now. See who's still out there. There's a few. You got Kirkstone's there. High level jiu-jitsu. Milton Harvey is described as not being fun to watch. I'm not rushing to sign him then. Oh, sounds like the delivery man's here. Alright, Tom. You got a parcel there? No. Never mind, I was wrong there. No, delivery man's not here for us today. Continuing on. Got someone here with strong markability. MMA / Greco-Roman wrestling, so we might look at getting him. In fact, we will do. We'll ask him to come. He's got strong striking, average wrestling, strong ground fighting. So we'll ask him to come along, and we might get 1 or 2 more. 3-year contract, 6 fights. Yeah, come along. Japanese. He's well known for his love of flashy head kicks. I think we'll look at getting him then to watch though, because oh, you're already in Russia. Great. Based in Russia, there you go. 3 fights. We'll knock this down to 250 or something. Not happy with the financial package. I'll get this to like 9% or something. Yeah, that'll do. There you go. Happy to sign. We might go Kurt Stonge. High level jiu-jitsu, slow start, strong markability. Also got accomplished grappler. I think we'll leave that for now. We'll look at more middleweights as well. Just trying to sign a few people at the moment. Not very exciting this, just looking at me hiring people, but we're getting there. In the meantime, I mean, what day are we on now? We're on the 7th of October. Let's talk about a few other games while we're advancing through. Oh, there's only one fire. High level submission, strong markability, strong wrestling. We may as well hire you in. We should be able to hire him straight, I believe. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Standard fighter, 3 years, 8 fights. We can stretch that long. Yeah. Right, let's go back to the main screen. We've got our second event already booked. We haven't got popularity yet for our third event. If we just look at the April, so if we look at maybe June, maybe July, and see what we have for available. Then, so if we go down to availability, you see here quite a few of our heavyweights come back by this time. In fact, all of them do. These are all the ones who've got fights booked. Jeff Carlton wants to quit camp, so he must need longer than that. We set it to August. Does that change? Yeah, because we could have like Stafford Loy versus Jeff Carlton or something for the title. But what I'll do, I'll wait for these other people to sign, and then we'll look at maybe doing some events. So skipping forward now, let's skip to week 4, Saturday, and then we'll see what's going on. So yeah, as I was about to say, we're in October, mid-October now, almost to November, almost to Halloween actually. There's a character there, you could go as in for Halloween, Solomon Austin eating pizza. Oh, he's actually got 151 as well. Well, I think the big thing to come out in the next few weeks, you've got Football Manager coming out. I know I bought it the other day. I managed to get it for £23, which is like quite cheap compared to say paying the £37 on Steam and I think £40 originally, which is quite good. Open our mails there, everyone signs, everyone happy. We'll look at doing another event now. Just a quick save. So we look at our third event now. We'll go back for July, was it, or August? I mean, July's already 3 months away, so yeah, we'll go with July. August is a bit too far to wait. Phil. We'll go to Moscow again, unless St. Petersburg's a bit better. We'll go with St. Petersburg. Your current settings, the cost per fight for drug testing is 564. Now that's a lot, and at the moment I'm losing credibility because we're not drug testing. But what we'll go with, we'll actually go to St. Petersburg for Red Star Combat 3. So we just save it. If we look at fights now, look who we can have for our main event. So we can start with prelim. Now we've got quite a few fighters. We could save the main card. There you go. This would be a main show fight, but not a main event. So due to the popularity between these two, we could have them on the main card. So I think we might actually do that. So we have the Kickboxer versus the Brawler. This would be a main show fight, but not a main event. Who else we got? Got Angelina Costco. Or just scraping onto the main show, because you have to have 8 fights total on each event. So normally this is 4 lower card, or 4 prelims, and then 4 main fights. So what I think we'll do, I think we'll go with this. This. Perhaps just scraping onto the main show. There you go, main show fight, but not a main event. So we go with them for A event, and then we see we have 4 heavyweights. We'll put these on the prelims, and then we also have just scraping onto the main show. So this will be the first fight of the night. So we set this up. We only need to have 2 more fights on this main card, and then a few prelims in the lower one. So yeah, so got RS3 booked in now. We're just waiting for everyone else to come back because quite a few of them were recovering. So if you look there, recuperating 7 days, 12 days, 16 days. We might run into a problem here. What I think I might do is as this show's yet to be officially announced, cancel and cost you nothing with no damage to the company stability. What I think I might do, I think I might cancel it for about 2 weeks, and then once we're into March, maybe rebook it and see if we're looking any better. We'll go ahead and skip forward 2 days now into March, see what new starters we get into the world, and then act accordingly. So yeah, what I was saying, Football Manager 19 comes out within 2 weeks, I believe. I did just buy it the other day, £23, which was surprising. Updated rankings. So we've got new world rankings now. Free agent rankings maybe. Sorry, there's not enough to create rankings. Obviously, company sizes. There's only one company so far. New fighters in. No, there shouldn't be any coming in without photos. Unless it's just part of the game. I believe I did set it to picture requirement. We'll see when it loads. On. Yeah. And generated fighters is off, so we don't get any normal fighters. We only get the ones that come into the game as set by the mod creator. So we go back to our office now. You see there's quite a few. Leon Banks is coming, the Street Fighter. Richard Smith. There you go. New competitor. He commented on social media, looking forward to getting to his first fight. So look at David Ramos. He's an accomplished Muay Thai fighter. See who else we got. Brendan Tanner. Sincere. Bling Gwen Park. Middleweight class. Oh crikey, he's got quite a big, he's quite popular in Asia. Have a look at name value. Mid-level regional. So he could obviously main event something for you in Asia. Seeing as though we're in Russia at the moment, it's not much help. We will continue on. Let's give it another week. So we go to next Monday. See who's returned. We should be able to get going. Now, other games. What else we got coming out? We've got Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out. That's on the 26th. Now, I don't have anything to play Red Dead Redemption 2 on. I don't have an Xbox or a PS4, but I'm so excited to play it once it eventually comes out. But I don't think that will be until maybe the new year. But when I'm finally able to play it, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Going new mail now. Jeff Carlton returns after being sidelined with a broken jaw. Going to matchmaking now. See if we can hire. Oh, I cancelled the event, and we'll see whether we can get anyone come Saturday, Sunday this weekend. So we advance now to Saturday, and then we'll look at booking Red Star Combat 3. Jeff Carlton. No news. We'll look at creating Red Star 3. So it's labelled as 4 because we clicked advanced. So what was we going for? August, I think it was. Go for August week 2. So we don't have to wait for the weekend. We'll go to St. Petersburg again. Auto fill. Availability. It looks like everyone should be ready for it. we save that. No, don't advance. Not ready for it yet. Add fight. I know Jeff Carlton's back. See who else is back. So you see now they've at least been in one event. Most of them will show up as potential main events. So we look at like the likes of looks like James Foster, Phil Verdigre. They have low level regionals. So there you go, decent main event. Too low. So yeah, that's a massive advantage for James Foster there. So we've got 2 low level regionals, or 1 unknown even, and a low level regional, and apparently this is a decent main event. As to why, clearly see you've got potential main event. So anyone with ease, or any fights with ease even, main show fight, not main event, are going to be good enough. If we look, do we have a main show fight? So if we book this again, main show fight but not a main event. Bernard Levesque versus Samorta Ino. Let's see what other fight we can book. Maybe just scraping onto the main show. See what we have in the lower division. Maybe just scraping onto the main show, so we add them again. Well, that's two on our main card. Eddie Alberto. Maybe just scraping onto the main show. So we add this in for now. And then we've got a few fights in the main, heavyweight division. Ben Spoda. Central main event. Main show fight, but not main event. Greco-Roman wrestling, kickboxing. Then we have James Foster versus Phil Verdigre. Get our main event out of the way. So we know we're definitely going to have a headliner. We've only got 4 fights at the moment. We need 1 fight to round off our main card. Main show fight, but not a main event. So we'll just slam these in now. So there's 5 main fights. Just add a prelim in. And then we'll have to add a few more prelims in as fights become available. We'll look at that, yep. Look at that. So we need basically 3 or 4 more fights. So that's that. So we'll skip forward another week. See who else becomes available and start booking them in. Now someone like Stafford Law, who's our biggest draw at the moment, we might save him for a title fight against someone, because we know he'll get quite a big draw, because obviously he's mid-level regional as opposed to lows and unknowns. So yeah, as I was saying, Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out. Excited to play it. Obviously can't afford it. Obviously can't afford a Xbox, sorry, PS4, but that's alright. I'll get it eventually. And then obviously plans eventually to buy better components for a PC. I've always wanted to build my own PC. But Cliff Adams sustained broken fingers while fighting, lovely. See what else is available. Now half our fighters as well were also in small regional shows, so that will explain why not many showing up. So there's no heavyweights available to fight. There's 1 light heavyweight, no middleweights. So we'll skip forward another week. And we'll almost be in April then, so not far away from our second show. So yeah, eventually I want to buy better components, just basically build a new PC. I did buy a new graphics card a few months ago. I bought a 1066 gigabyte and the difference was immense. Oh look, there you go. Samuel Russo's moved to Russia. Got to use Samuel Russo. We'll definitely hire you. They're very hairy. Tries his nickname's not the Mountie. 3 years, 6 fights, £25 signing fee or dollars, whatever the currency is. Let's go to matchmaking. See who we've got available. Now you can run events with less than the 8 fights, but then you start running into credibility and stability issues, which isn't very good. Oh, so Anna Simpchenko continued to target Jose Sivak. So basically, when they're in the media talking about each other, it raises up their relationships and challenges. So occasionally, you can get like nuclear challenges, or like a heated challenge or a white hot challenge. Basically, it just adds to the fight. So you think of like in recent events, so you think of the Conor McGregor Khabib fight, the amount of shit talking Conor did in the lead up to the fight created quite an atmosphere around it. Obviously, it's semi-boxing, trash talking and stuff, and it can build up fights quite nicely. So we look at who we've got. Madman from Michigan, Benedict Strike, Grant Shoulder, Masaugan, Fernando Correia, Bogdan Chuknova. He's a middleweight, Russian middleweight fight, low level regional, so there we go. We'll definitely get him, because he'll be able to be quite high and quite a bit of a draw. Go for 8 fights. I'll sign him, we'll see who else we can get. New Thai fighter, Manila Lin, super heavyweight. Taras Levitsky, Bionic Man. Featherweight, too small for us, but he is a mid-level regional. We check his skills. High level karate, strong markability, strong menace. A Thrasher May Gasper. High level boxer. So another striker. 2 people waiting to sign. Let's get forward to this Saturday. Keep going. So what else? I know I've had a few views on Twitch. I know Sam has watched a few videos. I've also got a YouTube account where after I finish streaming I upload the videos to YouTube. One person signs, one person recovers. Long time for the other guy not to sign. So if you do want to watch any of my previous videos, or if you want to watch this off of Twitch, then you can go on YouTube and see me on there. You're just on the scraping on. Robin Yamasaki, heavy favourite. So we just put him onto the prelims. Now we only need one more prelim to make this card viable. You can go into your office here and it will tell you. It will tell you basically about your events. So you see RS3 is less than 8 total fights. Excuse me. The critical and commercial ratings will be mildly impacted by running such a small show. Week 1 of April. We're still waiting for someone to sign, so what we'll do, we'll skip forward another week, getting close to our next show. So yeah, I've got a YouTube, you can find us on there. I keep meaning to post to the Grey Dog Software forums, which is who made World Mixed Martial Arts 5 and obviously the previous 4, and also they made Total Extreme Warfare, or TEW, comic book hero, all sorts. Basically, the Adam Ryland, the guy who created Extreme Warfare Revenge or the wrestling booking simulator, eventually founded a company and has created all these other games. Now, I'm not really into wrestling that much, but I do quite enjoy World Mixed Martial Arts. It's quite fun. Obviously, I found the earlier ones quite fun as well. I remember having number 3. Stafford Law is now available to be bought. No one for him to fight yet. And we've got Bogdan and Ernie Bruns available to fight. Could probably do a catchweight fight, Stafford Law and Bogdan. There you go, strong main event. 2 fighters unavailable to agree thingy, but basically look at that strong main event, so that would have boosted our fingers, but no one's fight. Skip forward another week. What else we got? Eventually we'll get Jeff Carlton probably versus Stafford Alive for the title. I think Stafford Alive now is I don't know if Fison's popular enough to carry the title. I think I prefer, obviously later in the game, once you've got enough fighters that you can constantly book events, you're constantly looking forward to an event. I really quite enjoy it. No news for now. Let's go into matchmaking. See if anyone else will come available. It doesn't normally tell you when they come available, because basically if you click a fight, see now we've got Ernie Bruns versus Mark Cohen. Normally you won't be able to see, but say if we went into absences, so you see all these people, 14 days left until he returns, 4 days left. So Jeff Carlton comes back in 2 months, 3 weeks. So it tells you when these people are coming. And say if we click roster or rankings, it'd have a little heart, a little white circle with a red cross, or basically like a health sign, and it'd tell you when they're due to return. So we put this match, put it in the prelims. That now gives us 8 total fights. See if we can't put another one in for good measure. No one yet to face Bogdan. But that event's pretty much finished now, so not much to worry about. Just skip forward now to Friday. And just to lead up to our event, we'll almost be ready for it. Yeah. So yeah. What else we got? Oh, I'm also doing a series on YouTube on Evil Genius, quite a retro game. Skip forward to the next day. Quite a retro game. I think it came out in 2005. One of my favourite games, and I really enjoy it. And I've just started playing for it, but I haven't done a video for about 7 days or something, so I need to get back on that. So here we go. RSC 2 is on tonight. Every fighter made weight, and we're just hours away from getting to the main event, so we'll click through now and go to our second event, Red Star Combat 2. This show is taking place in Moscow. Main event is Anisim versus Sivak. Quite a big weight difference there, but obviously Anisim normally a middleweight, moved him up so we could have this main event. Now let's continue. Loads of fighters making their debuts, and obviously we have the middleweight tournament. So we're going to start our main card with the Master Greg Atvold versus gorgeous Ralph Puce. Atvold the American, Ralph Puce from Scotland. Atvold massive favourite, so negative 950 versus plus 750. So let's get started. 3 5-minute rounds and we're underway. Puce throws a quick punch, doesn't land. Atvold shoots in, gets a takedown. Manages to pass to half guard. Gets past our guard, gains side control. Atwell tried to lock Puce in an arm triangle. Arm triangle is fully applied, and Puce has no option but to tap out. So there you go. Quick win by Greg Atfold, and he advances into the semis. The fight is rated as being great. I don't think there's any punches thrown. Can have a quick look though. But Atfold managing to no punches thrown other than a few ground strikes. Atfold managing to win it quick and cheerfully. Moving on, now we have Fernando the Traveller Amaro versus Mario de Souza. Second fight of our 8 fight card, and Fernando Amaro is actually a favourite to win here. Mario de Souza plus 380. Whoever wins this fight will face Atfold. And the fight begins. They touch gloves. Both fighters step into strikes. This is his right hand. This is his left off balance. Goes a right hook. Both fighters striking. Mara manages to land a roundhouse kick. Last kick did some damage. Souza trying to cover up, but it's clear. He looks dazed and unsteady. A huge right hand catches Souza, sends him down. Amaro starts to unload with punches. Amaro hitting some big strikes, and the referee pulls him away. Another quick short fight, and Fernando Amaro manages to win by a TKO. If we look at here, so you see there a lot of punches, well, a few punches standing up. So one power kick, one jab and one power punch, and then 7 ground strikes, and he manages to put down Mario de Souza. Moving on to our third fight, we have the Warrior Karaoke. I'm going to have an issue pronouncing all the Asian names. And then we have the Mean Machine Mac Fuller. So our third fight of the night, the third fight in the tournament. Karaoke, a slight favourite. Boxing versus Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. There's the opening bell, and we start our first of 3 rounds. Fuller landing the strikes at the start of the round. Fuller managing to land a few more strikes. Karaoke don't seem to be doing much. Karaoke still not managing to put up much of an offense yet. Fuller looks in, getting into the pocket. With big right hand misses. Already at the last second. Comes together and trade lever. Gauge in the centre. Fuller comes in with a left hook to the body. So not much happening in that round. A few strikes by the boxer Mac Fuller, but Karaoke not doing much. Now if we advance on, round goes to Fuller, and we see our first round 2 of tonight. Karaoke attacks with a great right hook. Fuller comes in with a left jab, solid right hand. Karaoke misses the right hook and gets countered with a nice. Was that a left? Nice right hook. Fuller is starting to slow down, starting to get a bit tired. Karaoke looking to start grappling, but the offense of Mac Fuller stops that. Big right hand to the body, fails to find its target. Hits straight right. Both fighters fail to land anything significant. So we don't seem to be getting anywhere in this fight at the moment. A lot of strikes, but none of them truly damaging. And it looks like we might be going into the third round at this rate. Karaoke connects with a left hand, a great right hook, a few deep breaths betray that Fuller is starting to get tired. Oh, there we go. Fuller counters the right hand with a jab and a massive right hook to the jaw. Karaoke knocked down by that shot. Fuller moves in, quickly starting to punch him. Fuller pounds away, landing 7 clean round 2 ends before Fuller's managed to finish the fight. We see there quite a few strikes from Mac Fuller and a few from Karaoke. Big event in that round. Mac Fuller knocking him down, but not enough to beat him. Now Crikey, you see that then the judges voted that 10-8, saying Karaoke is well behind, so Karaoke needs to somehow pull out the finish here. There you go. Straight away, Fuller lands a big right hand, retreating until back against cage. Kuroki looks punch drunk, he may be in trouble, he's covering blast his cannon, but vulnerable. Kuroki eats the right hook and he's barely able to stand anymore. The cage is the only reason he's still upright. Fuller smashes Kuroki with a big right hand through the guard. Kuroki can do nothing but try and cover up. We have another big strike. Still can do nothing but cover up again, and the referee pulls Fuller away, stopping the fight. Kuroki's left slumped against the cage, dazed and wobbling. Looks like a late call, the referee should have gotten in there earlier. And the Mean Machine, Matt Fuller, takes a win by TKO. So there we go. 42 seconds in round 3. Mean Machine, Matt Fuller defeats Kuroki, and that was quite a one-sided fight. I mean, you see Kuroki only managed 6 punches total. 5 of them were in the second round, whilst Matt Fuller was literally smashing him across the ring in that third round and most of the second. So there you go, that was our third fight of the night. Now we're moving to the fourth. We have the Daredevil Bryson Howard versus Koji Hashiranti. So our fourth fight is about to start. We have the Daredevil Bryson Howard, 18 years old, versus a 31-year-old Koji Hashiranti. The American versus the Japanese, and Bryson Howard is the favourite. Here we go, they touch gloves. Howard comes forward, walking down Hashiranti. Karate versus wrestling. Hashiranti hits a jab, avoids a big punch. Howard's starting to slow down already, like less than 2 minutes into the fight, which is not good. Howard scores with a great right hook. Got a right hand that landed hard. Hashiranti throws cower. Straight right. To clinch. Hashiranti looks for the takedown. He gets the takedown. Howard's breathing very hard. 2.5 minutes into the fight. Hashiranti looks to get a mount. Hashiranti gets a mount, pounds away, landing several clean blows. Hashiranti pounds away, big hands, and Howard is in trouble. Oh my gosh. Hashiranti is managing to got the full mount and he's just smashing Howard at this rate. Clear by a couple of nasty looking punches, pounds away, several clean blows. Just turn away from him, giving up his back, tries to get both hooks in but can't quite manage him. Hashiranti manages to block an attempt to roll him off. Fires away some rights, Howard isn't troubled. Howard trying to get him off his back, and up on top and guard, and the round ends. Bryson Howard tiring way too quickly in that round. And obviously look at the amount of strikes Hashiranti managed to get on the ground. So Hashiranti rightly wins the round. We move into round 2. Both fighters engage. Both standing up for the moment. Great right hook to the body. Look at that. Yeah, just a great right hook, sorry. Howard backs off, does not look steady on his feet. He's been clearly rocked by that last blow. Hashiranti tries to capitalise with a massive right hand but misses. Howard initiates a few strikes. Can't jump but doesn't connect. I want to equal to it. Left jab and a right hand. Now Hashiranti is starting to tire, 2 minutes into the second round. Advancing on, both just seem to be throwing a few punches each. Howard clinches up looking shattered. And Hashiranti goes for a takedown again, he gets the takedown. Hashiranti goes for the mount, he gets the mount again, we have 1 minute left. He starts to pound away on Howard again. Hashiranti pounds away on Howard, landed several great shots that rock him. The referee jumps in and saves Howard from taking any more shots. Koji Hashiranti takes victory by TKO, and he's our 4th entry into the semi-finals of our tournament. Hashiranti there just pretty much dominated Bryson Howard. The fight was rated as being fantastic, which is always good. Bryson Howard didn't seem to have any answer. Too tiring, winning tiring like 1.5 minutes into the first round is never good. But now we're going to our first semi-final. We have the Master Greg Atvold and Fernando Amaro. Greg Atvold won his first fight by submission, and Fernando, I believe, won by, was it TKO or knockout? So both should be quite fresh, having only fought 1 round each. Round 1 begins, the fighters touch glove, and we're away. So Amaro, the mixed martial artist, and Greg Atvold, utilising Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, lands a big right hand. They're both just looking to strike at the moment. And there's a nice straight right that lands hard. It's a right hand. Gets clean with another right hand. steps forward. Forward constant. Amara's pressuring outboard. Amara lands and scores with a right cross. So Amara definitely seems to be the better striker. The jab hits home from Amara and lands a vicious right cross. Outboard is knocked down. Go past the halfway round. Amara moves in quickly near side. Outboard starting to hammer down punches. Amara pounds away. Outboard is barely able to offer any defence at all. And the referee pulls Amara away, stopping the fight. So Amara dominating so far in both his fights tonight, not making it out the first round. Also the winner by TKO is Fernando Amaro. The fight was rated as being great, and quite a few punches thrown, but a nice early finish to a fight. So now we're moving to our second semi-final. We have the Mean Machine Mac Fuller versus Koji Hashirante. Both fighters won by TKO. Mean Machine Mac Fuller obviously going into third round, whereas Koji Hashirante only managed to get into the second. Mac Fuller massive favourite, but we'll see who goes in. Both weighed in at 185 pounds yesterday. So obviously Fuller is a lot bigger. I mean, he's quite a lot taller, 75 inches versus 67. So what's that? That's 8 inches. Is it? Yeah, 8-inch reach advantage. Fuller comes forward, two starts trading balls, boxing versus wrestling. Fuller hits it and scores a right cross that landed hard. Steps into the pocket, so obviously Fuller will be looking to. Fuller's breathing very heavily. Fuller looking to go straight in. But obviously he's got to watch for being tired, because that's what happened to Bryce Howard, and Hashirante took advantage of that. Nice hook to the body. Beautiful straight right. So Fuller looking to take control with strikes. Nice straight round, lands hard. Hashirante lands a left. Fuller connects with a nice jab, straight right. Fuller connects with a nice jab and scores with a fantastic right cross! Exclamation mark. Hashirante is knocked down. Fuller senses victory and looks to finish with stomps and soccer kicks. Stomps and kicks away, because obviously we've got soccer kicks and stomps are legal in our company. So he's stomping and kicking away but can't finish him. In comes Fuller looking to get some form of ground control. Throws a couple of punches. Brings his legs to trap Fuller in half guard. Trying to use the clock to work separation and quickly scrambles. Fuller manages to get side control with a few strikes, and round one expires. That should be fully Mac Fuller's round. A 1080 wins. Utterly dominating. Hashirante in the striking department and obviously knocking him down. Fuller, the heavy favourite, stamps his authority. First round, now we begin our second round. Hashirante misses with a big right hand, allowing Fuller to counter with a clean right. Fuller used his reach advantage. Left hook to the side of the body. Hashirante slowly, just a bit as he starts to get in the gas tank. A jab hits from front, then he catches Hashirante with a crunching right hook. Scores a right cross, big right hand. Fuller just looks like he's smashing Hashirante at the moment. With big right, do some strikes, lands a right hand. Fuller misses with a left jab. Oh, sorry, hits the left jab, misses with a vicious right hand. He's still looking to strike here. Bleed out of gas. A jab hits home, and then he hits a beautiful right uppercut. Hashirante hits the mat. The shock has rocked him. Fuller quickly pounces, looking to rain down punches. Pounds away. Fuller tries to lock Hashirante in an armbar, but Hashirante survives the onslaught. Passed away and remains stuck in half guard, and round 2 expires with them both on the ground again. Fuller again smashing Hashirante. Hashirante offering no offence at all by the look of it, but he did manage to survive the submission attempt. That round goes down as a 10-9, and unless Hashirante manages to do anything in this round, we'll see Mac Fuller advance into the semi-final with Amaro. So round 3 goes, last 5 minutes. Jab is wide for Fuller, then he catches Hashirante with a stunning right hook. It's a knockout, clean knockout. Hashirante is down and out, and the winner by knockout is Mac Fuller. McFuller advances to the final. And there we have it. Me McFuller gets another third round knockout. And the fighter's rating has been good. We just checked the statistics. We see that McFuller manages to completely smash Hashirante. Advance. Now we get our first normal fight of the night. It's another middleweight fight. We have the Sandman Rob Baines versus Yoshinobu Tanaka. Spirit Raw. So we have this fight obviously scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Rob Baines, the slight favourite. There's the opening bell. Lands a nice straight right. Tanaka gets hold of Baines without taking too much damage. Tanaka wrestles him up against the cage. Tanaka can't move Baines at all and finds himself being wrestled. Rob Baines Wigan style hooking. Baines trying to push Tanaka up to the cage, gets him up against the cage, lands a nice few rights. Tanaka takes a foot stomp. Tanaka blocks the knee. He gets caught with another knee to the side of the stomach. Baines catches with an elbow to the face. Tanaka waits for Baines for a knee, then uses wrestling turnaround. So now Baines got his back against the cage. Baines' wrestling skills prevents Tanaka getting any offense away. Baines is trapped against the cage and Tanaka hits him with a short left uppercut. Referee decides to split them because they've been on the cage and not doing much. Baines can't connect with a jab but then hits a nice straight right. Baines being the aggressor, stopping Tanaka getting any wrestling done. Tanaka steps in, grapples with his opponent, tries to wrestle Baines against the cage, he manages it. Tanaka tries dirty boxing but Baines works enough space that he can pull out and circle away. Tanaka looks like he's been angling to grapple, couldn't take the advantage. And Baines hits the left jab and then hits a nice straight right. And that's it, round 1 ends. I don't know who will take that. Going off the stats, it looked like it should be Rob Baines, purely for being more offensive. And the judges agree, sorry. So now we move on to round 2. Baines finds a home for his nice straight right, but misses his jab. Tanaka still can't get close enough. Baines lands a left hand, and then hits a nice straight right. Baines is starting to tire. Baines motions for Tanaka to try and hit him. Lands the right hand. Tanaka is able to grab Baines. Trying to push him up against the cage, but he doesn't allow himself to be wrestled. Baines pins Tanaka to the cage. Uses some dirty boxing to inflict a mild amount of damage. Hits him with a knee strike to the rib. Tanaka manages to spin it round. Baines waiting for Tanaka to try and throw some strikes and quickly turns him, creating enough space to escape away. Tanaka steps in, seemingly willing to take strikes, it means getting close enough to wrestle. We've just seen no takedown attempts so far. Tanaka is able to clinch with Baines. Tanaka is trying to wrestle Baines up against the cage. Tanaka achieves it, pinning him to the cage. Baines sees his chance to create some space to break free. So far Tanaka unable to do anything other than push Baines up against the cage. 1 minute of the round. Baines lands a jab from right hand. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Tanaka timed it well and moved in to start a clinch. Cannot push Baines up against the cage. Baines looks to take Tanaka down with a trip. He gets the sweep, but obviously round 2 ends at that point. So that should be another round for Rob Baines. He's the only one throwing strikes by the look of it, and obviously he got the takedown right at the end of the round. Another 10-9. Tanaka needs to finish in this 3rd round, otherwise he won't be doing much. There's a ragged looking takedown attempt from visibly tired Baines. He gets hold of one leg, but Tanaka manages to stay up. Tanaka not going down, Baines starts pushing him up against the cage. Baines drops down, wraps his arms around his opponent's legs looking to try and get a takedown, and Tanaka blocks it. He grabs the cage to block it, and the referee gives him a verbal warning. Baines goes for another takedown. He gets a takedown. Tanaka pulls half guard. A few strikes from Baines on ground while he tries to get into a better position. Baines fires off some rights. Tanaka's in trouble by him. Tries to pass guard. Tanaka tries to get back up. Turtle position. Baines looks to knees trying back up too quickly. Baines starts to move no, but also slow, and Tanaka decides to shoot in for the takedown attempt. He gets the takedown. Baines pulls guard. Moment Tanaka's just throwing a few punches. Tries to sweep him, but can't do it. Brooke Baines really starting to peter out now at the end of the round. Time runs out at the end of the right there, so Tanaka managed to get a takedown. Brooke Baines also got one takedown, but besides that, nothing much happened. Oh, and the commentator actually gives her on to Tanaka then, which is surprising. Here come the official scores. The judge, Gavril Shevchuk, votes 30-27 for Baines. One judge votes 30-27 Tanaka, don't know what he was watching. And then the third judge votes the contest as 30-27 to Baines. So we have a split decision. Rob Baines winning. The fighters rated as being average, quite boring. But there we go. So we advance now into the final of our tournament, our co-main event. We have Fernando, the Traveller Amaro versus the Mean Machine, Mac Fuller. Both strikers, or both predominantly strikers. Both are managing to finish their opponents. Amaro so far not even having made it out of round 1, whereas Mac Fuller has gone to round 3 both times. So we're underway, 3 5-minute rounds again, and Fuller starts to advance forward. Catches Amaro with a right hook. Fuller looks like he's exhausted out there. Having done 6 rounds as opposed to Fernando's 2. Nice right hook to the ribs. He's tracked to the body. Looks for a trip takedown, but he can't get it. Another leg sweep. Oh, grabs the cage and the referee spots it. Merrill pins Fuller up against the cage, stomps down hard. Fuller gets caught with a knee. Merrill goes for another takedown, he manages to get it. Merrill starts working into a better position. Starts landing some big right hands, landing several clearly hurt Fuller, and round 1 ends. So the takedown, obviously the big news of that fight. Mac Fuller tied straight away, but you can blame him after 6 rounds. And round 2 kicks off. Both fighters meet in centre. Right hand that is ducked. Fuller hits a left jab, misses a right hook. So both of them just seem to be missing strikes now. Counter left, scores a right cross. Fuller misses a big right hand and allowing Amaro to attack with a left jab and a hook. Amaro grabs Fuller, who looks shattered, and pulls him into the clinch. Wrestles him up against the cage. Hits him with a quick elbow. A strike's opened up a noticeable gash above the eye of Fuller. More dirty boxing. Fuller gets caught with a knee to the thigh. Referee breaks him up, brings him back to the centre. Fuller hits the left cross. Amaro scores with jab and then also launches a stiff head kick that finds it mark, and Fuller hits the mount. Fuller hits the mat. That shot has rocked him, but round 2 is brought to the end just as Fuller hits the ground. Now that wasn't a knockout, it was just a knockdown. So Fuller does survive the round, but obviously he'll be shaken. And Amaro takes that round as well, looking like he might win this. In between rounds, Cutman tries to stop the bleeding of Fuller. And here we go, 3rd round. Fernando's first 3rd round. And Mean Machine's third round. So effectively Mean Machine, Mac Fuller's now done 9 rounds to Fernando's 5. Oh, this will be the 5th and 9th for each one. I'll use some dirty punching. Or dirty boxing even. Mara's managing to crow Fuller. Fuller too tired to effectively fight. Takes an elbow to the face. That's off a vicious foot stomp. Couple of nice rights to the side of the head. Some more nice rights. Fuller is trapped against the cage, takes a sharp stomp to the foot. The referee decides he's been grappling on the cage too long, brings back to the centre. Mara's starting to tire now. The fighters come together. Fuller finds his way past his opponent guard and lands a sharp 1-2. Mara is off target but connects clean on the right hand. Mara sees that Fuller is wobbly and comes in for the kill. Fuller just covers up 2 days to try and do anything but tries to survive the next few seconds. So a massive strike then from Amaro. Amaro tries to capitalise with a massive right strike but misses. Fuller steps quickly backwards and out of range. Fuller manages to clear his head and circle away back to the centre. Amaro starting to show fatigue. Oh, speaking of fatigue, I'm knackered. Two fighters come forward and engage. Fuller misses a right hook and gets countered with a left jab and a big right hand that just misses. Both fighters step in to strike. And then Amaro misses a big right hand, putting him off balance and allowing Fuller to attack with a quick left jab and a right hook that is wide at the last second. And time runs out on the third and final round. Now if we look at that, Amaro again, just completely dominant punches wise. Matt Fuller not putting up much of it. Here come the official scores. All three judges score the contest as 30-27, meaning the winner by unanimous decision is Fernando the Travel Amaro. So Fernando is the winner of our tournament tonight. He'll get a big boost in popularity, and the fight was rated as being good. Loads of strikes from Fernando, and Matt Fuller not being able to put up much due to being too tired. Well, sorry about that. Continue now. So now we have our main event of the fight, of our evening, sorry. And we have the 18-year-old Anisim P versus Jose Sivak in the light heavyweight division. Jose Sivak the favourite, and we'll look at going this. Big size difference in the fight, Sivak is probably 20 pounds heavier, which is going to be quite an advantage to him considering he's a wrestler versus Anisim's kickboxing. Now the fight begins. Start with touch gloves. She lands a jab and scores a right cross. Right cross that landed hard. Then she so far manages to cut with a hook. I'm going to say Anisim so far just managing to land quite a few strikes. Right cross. He seems to be dominating in the striking department so far, Anisim, being a kickboxer. Scores a right cross. Lands a right hand. Since she started to tire already, only 2.5 minutes into the round, Sivak chooses to shoot in. Manages to get the takedown. He almost gets mount, but she was ready and manages to scramble. Scramble leaves his back, pulling guard. Always keeping close to body contact so he's no space to work with. Tries to smother Sivak by holding him, can't keep control. Sivak don't allow Anisim to lock him up with double underhooks. Moving to the final 60 seconds. Sivak manages to get past the guard into side control, fires with elbow strikes, and round one ends. Let's look at quite a few punches from Anisim stood up. Obviously the wrestler, once he managed to take it down, is in control. We're seeing a close round, but the announcer gives it to 10-9 to Sivak. Obviously the judges might vote differently, and the corner tries to work on the cut above Sivak's eye. Round 2 starts. No fighter really doing much in the first minute. The right cross that landed hard, and catches Sivak with a right hook. A little fatigue. Anisim slowing down again. Sivak shoots him for the takedown. He gets a double leg takedown. Sivak was far too fast and powerful. Sivak winds up seated, he's back to the cage, Sivak pressing on him. Sivak shifts his position brilliantly to get him out. Sivak's pounding away with elbows now. Pishakaniki, or Anisim, is taking some sickeningly heavy shots to the head. Referee has no option but to leap in and stop the fight. Jose Sivak wins by TKO in round 2, 2 minutes 40, and the fight was rated being great. So obviously, a 20-pound weight advantage. Jose Sivak manages to ultimately destroy Anisim as soon as the fight goes to the ground. just a repeated elbow strikes to the head. And that finishes our second event, RSC2. Jose Sivac name checks all his sponsors, he thanks all his fans, and he celebrates his pro debut victory and look forward to getting another fight soon. So here we go. We've got 307 people attending our event for a gate of 22,000, critical rating of 81%. So this is based on how exciting the fights were, and a commercial rating of 33%. So the main draw. So obviously low level regional 30%. So we need to get above 30% every show to gain popularity, and then eventually when we're mid level regional we need to get above 35%. Luckily this time we got 33%, so we will actually gain popularity this time. So see there, our popularity increased by 1.6%, and because we got Sports Tube, it improves in the rest of the world too. So now post fight awards. So we have the game seems to think the main event was the best fight of the night. What else we got? Knockout of the night goes to Mark Fuller, knocking out Koji Hashiranto. Sub of the night goes to Greg Atvold, the only submission of the night. Yeah, I'm happy with them. They can each have $10. We ain't got enough money to start checking out the money everywhere. So the event is finished. We get a total income of what's that? 36,000. Cost us 8,000, so we got away with a total profit of 28,000. Jose Sivac, the fighter who earned the most from last night. And that's our second event done. A few emails. Broadcast reminder, Sports Tube telling us we only have 4 shows left. We only have 1 show booked at the moment. We'll check our finances now. Hopefully all the way into the black. So nice to see. Marketing this month. Obviously it's £10 per event. The current settings, so we've made enough. We've certainly done well. And that brings our second event to the close. Now next time we come on, we have our third event, RSC or Red Star Combat 3. I think we're just waiting for one more fight maybe, just in case anyone cancels. So you see what we have. Don't have anyone yet, but that'll be enough. So my name's been Carl, I'll see you at H. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.